Thanks for fitting your schedules into mine. Fortunately, Clem doesn't blame you guys for the absurd judgment against Greensnake. He liked our motion JNOV papers. The whole case is absurd. I mean, plaintiffs run into each other and get hurt? Duh. So you're my appellate team. Josh, you have the laboring oar. Fred stays first chair. Scotia, you can read drafts and support Josh.
Epson and I agree on this. We got screwed at trial. Plaintiff's brain injury makes them pathetic, and the jury bought this idea that if they had known they could fall off and get hurt, they wouldn't have taken a scooter ride. Everything about causation in this case, from plaintiff's testimony through the experts trying to talk about the efficacy of warnings, is ridiculous.
I really appreciate you two calling me into this case, but I'm worried about what I can do for you. I saw the motion for new trial papers, and there's not much about objecting to this crazy testimony. You did not want me to spend time with the dailies before this meeting, so I really don't know what happened.
Plaintiff's papers are junk, and Judge Flink hallucinates.
Maybe we should look at the dailies for the causation witnesses before we invest in an appeal. I'm not as confident as Fred.
I'd like to give the trial briefs, dailies with causation testimony, and the motion for new trial papers to Grayson. I don't think it'll take her more than a day to determine if this bird will fly.
That'll blow the budget for sure. No way.
We all know Clem Head wants an appeal. Diving into details and dailies now will waste his money, our time, or both. You two get on it. I'm going to call Clem and tell him it's a tough case, but we can do it. Clem, it's always great to see your name on my phone screen.
Yeah, it's nice to talk with you too.
So how's your new Callaway Epic Flash playing off the tee?
Really great, but I don't have time to talk golf today. I have got to get down to business on this Greensnake appeal.
Of course, what's on your mind?
I have about 4 months of bills with your guy Newbie charging a lot of time, and I haven't seen a draft brief. What's up?
Newbie is one of those cautious appellate lawyers. He's having a little trouble shaping the record to fit our good legal issues.
How hard can it be? The self-serving, I wouldn't have done it if I had known testimony really irritates me. And I'm sick of so-called experts who make excuses for people who do obviously stupid stuff. This is our third loss on product warning in the past 2 years. It's completely out of control. Pretty soon we'll need warning labels on stairs, coffee cups, cell phones, everything.
I get it. It's just that California law is pretty lenient on stupid consumers.
Fred, you are not panel attorneys. We pay you big bucks to find solutions to California problems. Be creative.
Clem, we appreciate
If you guys can't figure it out, I bet Horvitz and Levy can.
No, I'm sure we can.
Seriously, California is a legal hellhole. We need to send a message to the judiciary that we're mad as hell and we're not going to take it anymore.
Understood.
Just get your guy Newbie to write the damn brief or write it yourself.
Of course. I'll get you a draft brief within 2 weeks.
Thank you so much for taking the time to get together, especially you, Epson.
Good timing. Clem expects our brief this week.
Well, I have a draft for you, but I'm not going to hand it out till the end. Scotia proofed and site checked it. You need to know about some problems that may not be obvious.
Appellate lawyers are supposed to bring solutions, not problems.
Please bear with me a moment. There's no California law for an argument that what I would have done is inherently speculative. That is why the citations are from other states, and they're much more fact-specific than I would like. Plaintiff's expert admitted that not everyone takes warning seriously. Duh. But it is out of context to say he even recognized the possibility that these plaintiffs wouldn't have taken the warning seriously. Also, we didn't object to plaintiff's testimony or anything that the expert said on causation. This appeal might be frivolous. We ought to at least consult with Grayson.
No Grayson consultations. I told you, it's too expensive.
Look, Joshua's brief would be great if the record supported it. Unfortunately, there's no issue in this case except causation. And our engineer's explanation for why Greensnake didn't put a warning label on the scooter is the stupidest testimony in the entire case.
Enough chit-chat. I'm going to read your brief, I'll make minor edits, and then it goes to Clem.
Plaintiffs and Greensnake served their brief last night. I saved it to the case management folder and printed a copy. They've associated Barton McKinnon, who is a great rep and does a lot of plaintiffs' appellate work here and in Los Angeles. He nailed us repeatedly. He nailed us on the standard of review and the failure to preserve arguments by objecting at trial. And somehow, a statement about inadmissible and highly prejudicial expert testimony got into the AOB. Bart says not only was there no objection and no record reference, there was no such testimony. We've got trouble.
I put that in. I distinctly remember the testimony.
Yeah, that wasn't a depo. Judge Flink denied our motion in limine, said it was a close call, but ultimately plaintiffs never asked our expert for that testimony at trial.
My bad. But like I said, appellate lawyers are supposed to bring solutions, not problems.
I have two solutions: apologize and retract, or ignore it.
Ignore.
I bet Grayson wouldn't say that.
That's another reason for no Grayson consultations. Clem would kill us if we retracted anything.
What about the failure to object to that "I wouldn't have done it" testimony?
That wasn't categorically inadmissible. That's what we're trying to do here. It's something I wasn't thinking about in the heat of trial. Can't you call it inherently incredible?
A branch of substantial evidence runs that way, but that's not really what we argued in our brief. I suppose I can cite some of our jury argument and motion for new trial papers.
Just do your best with what we have. That's all Clem can ask of us. I'll send in the plaintiff's brief, no comments.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a depo. Judge Flink denied our motion in limine, said it was a close call, but ultimately plaintiffs never asked the expert for that testimony at trial.
Ah, my Just do your best with what we have. That's all Clem can ask. I'll send in the brief without comment.